What is up, my Final Fantasy 15 family? In today's video, I am showing you how to set up a farm account, your second account. Look at these little bastards down here. We got these slimes trying to break in to our main kingdom. Look at them. They are just beating the hell out of our door. Let's just extinguish those little guys real quick and get rid of them. The fact that the game had a new feature that was added before we had global launch is the character management. In beta, they did not have character management, so now it makes it extremely easy for you to go ahead and make a farm account, which I highly suggest you do, especially if you are a free-to-play or a very low spender. So it's very simple. First thing you're going to do is you're going to have your main account. Then we're going to go over to our character management, and you'll see that we can go ahead and create a new character, and we can have a maximum of 2 characters per realm. So all you're going to do is you're going to click this plus icon, look for the realm that you already have your main account in. So for me, I have an account in realm 20, so I would go ahead and select realm 20, and then I would make this my farm account, and then you would go ahead and you would try and teleport it right next to your main account. Also, what I would suggest is you name it something similar to let people know that it's a farm account and let you know it's your farm account. For me, my name would be StillAliveGG. For my farm account, I would put StillAliveGG Farm, or I'd put StillAlive Farm, or just anything with the word farm in it so that other people in my guild know that it's mine and they don't attack it. There's a lot of talking that I'm going to be doing over this, and also just kind of going over the building aspect of like which buildings you should prioritize and stuff. The main reason you want to make a second account and have it as a farm account is because it gives you pretty much, I want to say, almost unlimited resources periodically, very passively, that you can just go ahead and whenever you need resources, you can just go ahead, attack your farm account and get all of those free resources. It's very important for free to play because as a free to play or a very low spender, you're not going to have access to be able to attack a lot of players. You are going to be able to occasionally find some dead bases out there where you can go and farm them up for free resources. But majority of the time, you're not just going to be going out there like pay to win players and smashing everyone and stealing all of the resources. You kind of have to do it more passively as a free to play. That's why farm accounts are extremely important. Another thing that you're also probably wondering, well, what am I going to do? I'm going to attack my own farm account, but then I'm going to be losing my troops. Well, no, what you're going to do is you have a really cool building called the shelter. And what you're going to do is you're going to be on your farm account and you're going to go to protect troops, and you're just going to basically put as many troops as you can. So your total troop count. So that way they are all protected when you then go ahead and attack from your main account. The other thing that you can also do is kind of just go to the main map area and just send them on a march very far away. Just send them on like a rally or something. Send them for like a 25-minute march or 30-minute march. And that way you don't have to worry about destroying your own farm troops, because they are important, because what you're going to be doing is using them to go out and scavenge, collect resources or gather resources. So when you're doing your search, you're going to be having your farm account gather food, stone, metal, energy. Even if you are a pay to win player and you're going to be spending a lot of money, this is also something that is definitely viable that I would suggest. I think when I do get into the new server, I may make a farm account as well. The other problem that you are going to face is going to be when it comes to guilds, because you have 2 different options. You can go ahead and if you are in one of the top guilds with your main account, try and get your farm account into that same guild. If you are able to do this, it's going to help your farm account grow substantially. The only other problem you're going to face is the fact that when you do want to attack it to get resources, you're going to have to drop from the guild, attack it, get the resources, and then you're going to have to try and get your farm account back into the main guild. So it's going to be a lot of communication with the leaders depending on how their preferences is. If they have the guild open, if they have the guild set to only a certain power threshold is able to even apply. The other instance you can go is to put your farm account in another top guild, maybe one of the other top 5 guilds in your realm. So you can do it that way, and then just kind of let people know that, though, this is your farm account. They may not accept you, though, if it is just a farm account, because they may be looking for more competitive players. So it's just a lot of little things that you have to take into consideration for that. Also, if you do have a farm account, you may face bullies or other people who are just going to be jerks, and they're going to see that it says farm in the name, and it kind of puts a target on it for other players. So you got to always try and keep that farm account right next to your main account. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of people just teeing off and stealing your farm's resources, and then you won't even be able to get them. So there's a lot of little instances that come into play when doing this farm account stuff, but it's definitely very, very valuable, and it helps you out a lot in the long run, especially free to play. The thing that you want to really do though is you're going to be focusing mainly on your resources right here that passively generate. So our farms, we're going to be maxing these out. Our quarries. And the other thing that we're going to be doing is when we go to our research center in the university, for research, we're going to be focusing on technology to a point where we at least get coordination and we get that extra March slot, because that means we're going to have an extra group of troops that we can send out to collect resources on a resource tile. But after that, you really want to be focusing mainly on the economics part of your farm account. So going into this research area and just blasting through all of this. You are not going to touch the combat area pretty much at all, because our farm account isn't going to be really doing any attacking. This is kind of like a last resort. So once you have like your economics kind of maxed out, or you can't go any further, and same thing with your technology advanced, then combat would be like a last thing. And it's going to kind of be the opposite with your main account. So if you have a main account, you're not going to be focusing on economics. Instead, your main account is going to focus on combat and technology. You have two different bases that are kind of focusing on two different things. One that's going to give you resources, and the other that's going to be very combat heavy focused. Other problem that a lot of new players will make when making a farm account is the fact that they will start to attack their farm account too soon. You want to make sure you get it to at least Citadel 15 before you go ahead and start farming resources from it. If you start farming resources from it way too early on, then it's really going to hinder the development of that account. And that's the thing, is it takes a lot of time to get it up and running, but once you do have it up and running, it's kind of like an autopilot. Stay happy, stay safe. I'll see y'all later. Peace.